Hello and welcome back to Foos Entertainment for my review of 1965's Thunderball, which is part of the James Bond collection in Blu-ray format. Talk about the plot of the film, the World's opinion of the film, my opinion of the film. Talk about the quality of the Blu-ray release of the film, and get the film a ranking. Led by one-eyed evil mastermind Emilio Largo, the terrorist group known as Spectre hijacks two warheads from a NATO plane and threatens nuclear destruction to escort 100 million pounds. The dashing Agent 007, James Bond, is sent to recover the warheads from the heart of Largo's lair in the Bahamas. Facing underwater attacks from sharks and men alike, he must also convince the enchanting Domino, Largo's mistress, to become a key ally. All right. Well, first rule's opinion. Thunderball has been looked at in a lot of ways as everybody's favorite Sean Connery James Bond film. It's almost my favorite, that's for sure. It is almost my favorite. There's even some people out there, and I might add, one of them is probably the world's greatest James Bond fan, who actually ranks this James Bond movie as his favorite James Bond film of all 25 movies. That's a pretty bold statement. Now, before we go on to my, actually, let's begin with the world's opinion a little bit. I think what the world loves about Thunderball is the fact that this is a really, really fun James Bond movie, and it has all the tropes, but this film really elevates it. This is like a really next level adventure. Nothing like this was made at all until this film came into existence. Now let's go on to my opinion. Now, I haven't 100% read this book, but I am actually currently reading the actual book, Thunderball. And I gotta tell you, it was actually pretty cool how faithful this film is in some ways. Now, I, for one, really, really enjoy Thunderball. It's also another one of the Sean Connery James Bond films that I could watch at random and really enjoy. And it's the same thing that goes with this film. Much like Friendship of Love, people that are not a fan of James Bond movies can actually go ahead and put Thunderball on and watch it and actually enjoy the film. It's certainly not the case with Goldfinger. In this some degree, it's not the case with Dr. No, but it's definitely the case with From Russia of Love, and it's definitely the case with Thunderball. There is one little flaw, because I only have to read the entire book to figure this one out. There is one little flaw with the movie, and I will point that flaw out real quick. And it does not steal from the enjoyment of the film, but I will point out one mistake they did. And this kind of affected the next two films too. James Bond meets Blofeld, and they start their hero versus villain story in this novel, in this book. So it's really, really sad that they didn't have the 007 and Blofeld actually meet and start their rivalry against each other in this movie. I think that would have made it cool, and it also would have made it to where the next two films would have been made in order. And I think it would have made the next movie even better if they would have went ahead and decided that they were not going to make You Only Live Twice after this movie, but instead they were going to make On Her Majesty's Secret Service next, and then after that, You Only Live Twice. but they didn't. But it does not change the enjoyment I get out of this film. I absolutely love Thunderball. Now let's talk about the catalog quality. The catalog quality. All right. This one is a little bit better than the first three in terms of audio. In terms of picture, is flawless, just like the first three. But the audio is stepped up a little bit. If you ever did a remix on this movie, really, for some odd reason, was really enjoying the film, or maybe they felt like they had more to work with all the underwater scenes and all of the explosions and all of the action. The film was a little bit more action-packed and heavy compared to the first three James Bond films. And maybe that's why they did more with the surround effects in this 5.1 remix. But I definitely can say that I had a lot of fun with the quality of this film. Now let's give this film a ranking. Due to some things, little problems I have with the movie, I am not going to be giving this film a 4-star. I know it's going to irritate some people. I'm going to be doing this, but I'm giving this film 3 stars. And here's the 2 reasons. And I will get more into this when I do my next 4 reviews, which I will be doing tomorrow. This is my last review for tonight. But I will get a little tease to you into what I'm talking about here. This decision they made to not have Bond and Blofeld meet in this movie basically ruined the story arc that should have been there in the next 2 movies, and also caused the next 2 movies to be made out of order, so much that one of these films has absolutely nothing at all to do with the book. And that's because of the stupid decision to not have Bond and Blofeld meet in this movie. The second reason is that I just felt like this film was very adventurous, but the last film is just a little bit better to me than Thunderball is. But this is a good random James Bond film to watch, and I still do enjoy the film. So it gets 3 stars, which means it's a great film. So that's not a bad ranking. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my next 4 James Bond reviews. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.